Time there, Boostio, quick reposition, scuttles his way into the back of the site. He's got Cryo for a bit of backup as well. This is a cautious tale being woven by Loud, but it's them that are opening themselves up.
Take a look at Luke Show. Here we go, round one. He's managed to find a really nice timing into B.
In the 4v5, get the plant down as well. Digitine, watchful eye onto a couple of the extremities. He's worried about being backstabbed into the process, but a flash play and forward to try and take these fights together here and now. That is the call being made out by Loud. Drawing the blood out. It's 3 versus 3, pushing them back and away into the open arms of Luke Shaw, and then we'll see it, a tap. Xander has made his way onto the side here, forcing the issue forwards as well. There's damage done. 4 bullets left. The right clicks, and the bullets going wide, and the knives are coming out to play. Kawazine!
One of the players on Loud, making it easier for Vinny to call.
Aslan's going to overstage just ever so slightly for that information. He's going to get it, pays for it in blood. And my God, you don't have the weapons out for that one. Now, Lucio's not going to give up too much. But of course there, just a ghost handed over to the opposition. And an open sight now for Loud as well.
Yeah, that's pretty fine. We're taking a look at Cryo's ultimate, though. You do not really want to be building that one up. As soon as the ISO starts getting rolling, you heard Baby Bay talk about it. The first team to kind of hit the ground running here is going to have a big advantage because they're momentum-based, they're aggressive, they're fast. And as soon as you start ult cycling, it can be really difficult to play against that kind of style of Valorant.
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like Cryo is going to be able to get too much more than a single ult point for his death.
They're going to be going down as well. Now, the weapons exchanged hands earlier, so all 3 of them purchased in. Cryo will look to do some damage.
I mean, if he can get another, this is a huge spot to do so. He went absolutely bonkers in their previous game.
And he gets removed. He's got the 1.
Oh, he nearly got another.
Okay, so diligence shown, I think, with their approach into this as well. They're being slowed down to a crawl by 100 Thieves, flooding straight back into the action. They want to try and take the fight straight to them, sliding in through the back as well. Trades are in sight. Loud coming out.
And that's going to be the first target that 100 Thieves look for. And Cryo would love to find an isolated 1v1.
I'll just get it. Wow, Vinny with the movement. Tap, tap as well. Bulldog in hand. He's just swiftly dismissing Cryo, and the rest of the piece is going to be falling into the laps of these Loud players. Asuna realizing it. Wait a second. No money. No chance. Got to save the gun. And this is 3 in a row for Loud now, early on. And Asuna might not even get to keep that gun as well. He's got to hear this one, surely. Tip tap of the footsteps. Down to the side. We'll stay alive. Yeah. Loud up to go into it. Util isn't quite clean enough, especially tucked up close to the corner. It's an off angle to be held, but okay, Luke Shaw got it anticipated. The rest of his team flooding straight back in to assist, and the feed filled up entirely. This is Loud in complete control so far in this series. 100 Thieves without any options. Now the next round are going to tuck close. Boostio was playing this in a prior round as well. That trip's going to be broken. Stunned up close to the corner. Not sure if he's spotted whatsoever. Still, it's a lot of util being used to try and clear him out. And there it is. Thorn in the side removed. This
to individual kind of duels against a team that's so individually talented. They put that respect on Loud, as you should. But here, Boostio just gets nuked by utility, and Xander's trying to flood in to help him, but they don't control backside. Boostio's in a tucked, aggressive position and not pulling really any attention apart from Kawazine. So, it's not working here for 100 Thieves.
No, the hunt for the guns begins. 2 players grouped up, both of them spotted. We'll see if 100 Thieves can keep their hands tethered and attached to most of it. Bullet. Any ideas that they've had? We know Zix likes to call them up. Pistol round ideas, bonus conversion ideas. But it's all been navigated quite nicely.
It almost feels a bit too easy.
Yeah.
For Loud here.
Just a bit of spam into the smoke. They know what's coming. Kills are going to be found. Digizine's going to be hearing it. Cryo jumping around, hopping around. Min-max it, why not? Pancada, you're the last one to get your ult on the team. Go on, have a go.
Spike planted.
Cryo's had this ultimate, by the way, for the last, I don't know, 3 rounds, something like that. Are they going to actually try to send it? This is so tough to get anything done.
Yeah.
You've got 2 sheriffs and a Vandal in a 3v4 retake. They're going to
Drop
try.
down, Boosty, what a shot! Series of them. Snapping back their heads, decapitating these players. This is suddenly much more winnable.
Salvos.
And they know the direction it came in. Cryo, good time to let loose with the ult. He's caught it. Tail ult unleashed in time. So fighter needs to be one out, but surely, hold on, time's ticking away, and Xander just about gets onto it.
Yeah, still got a couple of seconds left here, I think, in the tank.
Yeah.
To evade the goose egg.
Is that danger too much?
Aggro Cam, really fast play, completely changing the tempo.
Look, showing so far forwards. This guy does not care. Welcome to the big stage. Hunter's Fury, reactionary EU, hold on. 80 damage and a kill already claimed. This one, much more winnable once more for 100 Thieves. They've stemmed the bleeding, but they have to deal with Digizine. Lurking his way, wriggling into the forward positions, and he's heard all the sound cues. Ready and waiting with a rifle in hand. Asuna going to be dropped. And how do you play this if you're EU and Cryo?
I mean, you just never expect the Neon to be lurking B like that. And now they're worried about this player behind them. How do you focus forwards?
Forwards with the wall. Forced out of Rolling Thunder with the tap, but going to be stunned up, caught in towards the back. Shield won't save you there. Last player, not too sure. Digizine's left guessing as to where EU could be played, but it matters not. 6-1 here for Loud. An abundance. Very nice.
They've broken the eco again of 100 Thieves. Barely had guns.
Glide to the side. Digizine, you're alone play in that way. Asuna.
Leave if they wanted to.
And honestly, you're seeing so much Uto being used. Okay, they just want to press the advantage. What they think is there. Here and now, still Pancada forced forwards. Lucho again, dominant on his position. He's just trying to take the names and rip them off the board. Still Cryo turns a favor. Stack of these players. And ult on top. Neurotheft is going to be revealing all in just a few shy moments. Vinny's left to be the last one alive. Can't quite dodge the paranoia as well, so quick and easy cleanup there for 100 Thieves. Here's the drone. Smoke's bloomed, blossomed. Cryo's trying to get himself all the way in as the paranoia swoops forwards. And Digizine isolated out into the fight. The dart up above. That was at least a great reveal. And 100 Thieves flooding in. Beautiful work. Looked like they potentially weren't going to be ready in time for it.
They took a long time with that triple stack.
Asuna again is isolated here. Very much alone. Again, that same wall, using it to try and buy his team a bit of space to get back in through the back of the side. It's Digizine though, wins it against his opposition. Xander somehow finding a pick in the midst of all of it. Going into the default setups now to try and push them back and away here. Util going to be used. Aftershock already expended. Cryo holding on. He's got a big ult to use here. Digizine though is plucked Boostio out from heaven, and Cryo left alone into the gulag. Slide the jump spots. Kawazine, happy feet, and the rest of his team just cleaning up around him. Loud though setting their eyes over towards A long once more. The goal is the A split. Before, what worked for them was speeding up the timings in between. And Asuna's been dropped anyway. Still, reinforcements are going to be arriving rapidly at that. Xander's already in through the back. There's a dart to try and help and supplement, but Luke shot. There's no denying this guy. This kid steps up onto the big stage and delivers them. Nice concoction out through the back. Neurotheft as well, revealing that last remaining player, Boostio. No hope left. It's going to be needed to be handed and offered up. A couple of mistakes and misplays, I think, from Loud, and they're just not in the mood for it. Especially not Luke Shaw. This kid is does adjust with the jump spot, so he's getting that information and still trying to play a bit more aggro on top of it. Dodging, juking at least, trying to avoid it. With a flash was the first wave, but he not enough to take care of that stun, and they do clean up. Luke Shaw on the opposite side of the map. 100 Thieves trying to get into position now to do some real damage onto this retake.
4v4 retake for one of the first times, actually, and a Neon battle potential on the flank. Asuna's been caught by Digizine in B before. Digizine is playing these spots really weirdly.
Game of timing. Game of timing and across that placement, not anticipating it. So, Asuna taking him out. Kawazine taking point onto the side. Narrowly sidestepping along most of it, and these kills seem to be flooding in. Pancada still EU. Answered straight back, gliding into your face. And good luck dealing with that. There's no aim labs routine that can help with you. I mean, listen, 4 rounds, 100 Thieves, they will take it.
I think they're going to end up having a fight in mid before they even get to the game plans. Because both teams want to fight over this lane.
And here's a face as well. A Jao with the movement. My God, Asuna's trying to get quirky with it still. It's a smoke into the face of the rest of the team. And player advantage situation. It's going.
How'd you get the spike?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Got to cook someone up if you are 100 Thieves. Here it is, round to the side as well. Cryo could return to that fire once more still. Not enough to really push back that player disadvantage, but as I say that, Boostio straight back into it, flick to the side and away. 1v1 now, and Cryo. Seconds left, Kawazine taking the peek out wide now, full committal by Cryo. It's all about this one fight that's taken now, and into the timing, Kawazine wins it out. 100 Thieves. I'd love to get off to these early starts with a bit of momentum behind them, winning out these pistols. So far, this map has not gone their way. And here, not quite all in, but they're just going to be sending it flying forwards now into the seaside. Reinforcements arriving in through the back as well. You got to know exactly where these players be laying in wait. Boostio, not much you can do from this spot, unfortunately. Digizine, very aware.
This is the kind of round that Thieves could never really put together on their defense side.
Tucked close. Spam onto the corner. 100 Thieves now looking for a different approach. All grouped up towards A. No way! Digizine, how the hell are you getting hell out of this one? He's stand-up Asuna, so option for the chase, not really quite there, still with Outlaw in hand. Could be in a danger zone, and here's the speed up called for here by 100 Thieves. Paranoia gliding through, trying to set the stage, and a bit more on top of it. Asuna! Rapid with a flick to the side and a flick of the wrist, still 100 Thieves barrel their way through and in. Cryo, expenditure of the ult, clears through, but there were still gaps into that one. They don't suspect this. Luke Show, off to the side, looking to the side. EU, a bullet to the side. And this is Cryo. Barely alive at all! And one bullet is all it takes!
What a debut! Digizine on his feet. I mean, what a hype man to have beside you in a spot like this.
Same play as what we saw prior. What a shot! I mean, Xander's about quite wide there. Lucio still collects it.
You just expect the side anchor to be jiggle peeking or jump spotting that. You do not expect them to be wide swinging and killing you.
Quick re-clear as well from Loud. They want to try and regain control out towards Garage. So they expect Asuna to be tucked close. Not quite. With Cryo being dropped, but they're putting the squeeze on him now, and yet fully aware of it. Look at it.
It's too easy. Loud looks significantly better today. 100 Thieves have not turned up to this match at all. I don't think they've had a round where it looks like their performance against EG.
It's been rough for them. It's up to Boostio and EU to see if they can dig their way out. A very sorry situation. Jump spot, just seen the cape, I think, perhaps. So Lucio should be aware, and there's the flash, and here's the peek as well. Dodge not quite in sight, neither are the bullets, but you gotta know what these 100 Thieves players are, and it just makes it that much sweeter and that much easier. Pressure applied. Calls for help. Cryo seeking to help him out as well, side by side here. An attempt being made by Loud. Nice swing all together now. Kawazine collecting. That's two. Armageddon sweeping through and away. Paranoia gliding forwards. It's an attempt to readjust by 100 Thieves. Flipping the sight in the process, but the spike is on the other side of them. They are well and away from this. Damage done to Xander. Into the 1v2. Kawazine, surely not. Time ticking, and with that circle shrinking. Looks pretty at the end. But 100 Thieves, they are still alive for now.
They are alive, but at what cost? EU's just going to hope to, I guess, shoot people with his Guardian.
Yeah, I mean, 100
hope
Thieves
that makes the
got to be
difference.
clean with the trades, haven't they? Kawazine forward still. Too much to overcome.
DG's in a weird spot here.
Really is. It's a wall. It's going to be tracking. Where the hell is Asuna playing, man? Stern off to the side as well. Good collection. Xander's there, though. Supplements it. Necessary.
Still with Boostio in his sights, most likely.
Same opener. Okay, that's a bit of a difference maker, though. With Boosty dropped down over towards A. Walking up behind us. You know the trip's been there. Definitely prior. Lucio going to be feeling the heat soon enough. And, well, just, oh my, hopping around, shooting around. Barely able to get a control of this one. Asuna puts him to bed. Puts him to rest. In through the site now. 100 Thieves get this plan down. forward aggro positions, almost like they wanted to go for another attempt at a refight, but with EU playing his old as well, I mean, they could go for it again.
Yeah, they might be going for a silver ult play here.
Saw this play before, he doesn't quite have the vulnerable. Still, here's that Hunter's Fury, ult's layered down, and there it is, lining them all up, dodging, juking off to the side, still 2v2. In the midst of all of this one with the body peeking, ever so slightly out, Santa. As long as he stays alive though, that's the danger, the dart. Narrowly missing this one, Shockey's raining in from above, Kawazine having to dodge to the side for most of this one here. Kills have flooded in, and Loud are the ones winning it out.
In control from beginning to end. What a turnaround.
To be tested under a bit of pressure nice and early.
Yeah, this is a rough setup for 100 Thieves immediately.
Okay.
Great shot though.
Yeah. Turret calls
rotates back, and here's Luxio going for one of those lurks. Just like he did actually on round 1 of Haven.
Okay, Bullets just gone wide there. All he needed was 2, but 1 to the dome will work as well. Now, it's been whittled down very, very low, so the traded sight from EU. Lurk pushed through. The turret broken. Toxins going up. They're aware that it's a possibility. The rest of the 100 Thieves fully focusing now, trying to play this retake. Wall in their face, Pancada, Fuel, running low.
Asuna has flash, has wingman for spike. They should be able to throw the wingman on and then push forwards.
Here it comes. Wingman already sticking this one all the way throughout with the defuse. And listen, kills need to be found. On top of that, you need to be taking out that wingman, but just a little bit shy and short of the mark there for Pancada. 100 Thieves.
Seconds is up Tube. He's caught the most ridiculous early timing.
Well, they're going to know about it now. Still, oh my, up top nest, you've just given away a gun.
That is a mad position to play on round 2.
And straight through the back, okay, Cryo seeking to at least stop them. Where they're standing, pushing past this. Wall's going to be causing issues, slowing down Loud for now. Chaotic beginnings to round 2. All drops though, and so do the bodies. Luke showed them. Okay, he's still finding kills. 2v3 turns into a 1v2. Santa, quick onto the flank now. Expected to a degree, Kawazine. It's all about this timing and whether or not it's going to be caught. And my God, he's just far too aware. Tempo. A bit more of a tempering being put in place here by Loud. Still, they might be punished soon enough.
I think.
Can I face this? Yeah, multitude of players. This is Loud not shying away. They don't want to walk away from this stack of players. There's so much danger potentially, but it's all navigated in time.
Fair enough, I guess. Loud managed to work their way through it despite the 4 players stack. They had Pancada on the opposite side of the map. They could have realized that there was a stack there and decided to disengage. But all good.
Vinny one away. Try and hunt for it. With his death, he's going to be building up the ult and reclaiming the gun on top of it. So in deep backside position, wants to try and take the fight straight to them. It's all about how he gets cleared out here and now. But the question is, can they do it? Not quite. Digitine straight out with the dismiss. This is benefits you really have when you're running the Reyna. You can be aggro, you can be as aggressive as you like, because if you get that kill and you've got that confidence, causing issues now for 100 Thieves. Snake bite, scattered down, and there it is, dismissed straight back and away. Bullets through the walls, this guy cannot be denied. And time ticking away from them. Snake aggro with the salvos, nice and early here. My God, you got a flash out in your hands, Digitine. So damn lucky to be alive, and up top, not expecting this one. EU finally taken out with the trade in sight. Rifle aim, or not quite, the op shot just going wide. Unconventional. We've seen better from Cryo, just seems to be a bit of an off day for 100 Thieves potentially here with the lockdown now placed down. They can hear it, footsteps scurrying away from 100 Thieves. Can't play towards this one. Asanova stays as welcome, just ever so slightly, will be detained in the process, but he got them a pick.
If 100 Thieves can find a pick on DG while he's playing aggressively here, it might be doable.
All grouped up towards Rafters. The Jazine off to the side, just sees the shoulder, baiting out these shots. This is beautiful work by Asuna. Slowly whittling his way into a possible win con for the round. Still, Luxio, how do you deal with this guy up top? Down low, and Wingman denied in. Spotting just the foots, and the Jazine backs himself out and away. He's in the danger zone, but attacked up potentially by the turret. Still dropped down, and Asuna's been found in the midst of all of this chaos. Pancada. Take your pick at a site that you really want at this point if you are allowed. Salvos, waiting for those to come back online, gives a bit of peace of mind, but the plan needs to be defended in time, and it will be just that. From on high, Cryo denies. Kawazine, nice little two-piece once more, and EU left a stew in this spot, really. Just see if you can save this gun.
EU ulted, by the way, and he's about to get cleaned up by Lucio as well.
Yeah.
An unusual thing to be so determined to make work.
Big setup. Oh my god, just dropping straight down. As a molly at your feet, still the players are lined up nicely for Pancada. Drops them in place. Cryo going for the repeat now, but forced to dash himself out and away. There's a gun, reclaimed, picked up. Asuna ready and waiting now, and he's got his ult in the back pocket on top of it. Danger here for Loud, at least. 100 Thieves have been looking for a moment like this.
30 seconds
For Loud to try and play around. Force the issue now. Don't know how much fuel they've really got. Waiting and kicking. Flash up and over towards the top. Here's a Blaze Storm! Unreal!
Towards pipes. He's so confident.
Salvo's up towards the rafters. The dart has to be covered in time. And what a shot. Quick scope. Straight to the chest. Digizine's going to be dropped onto the side itself. Flash up and over the top. Quick reactions, yet still 100 Thieves going to be toppling here. This is Loud, not to be denied this side. Another tap as well, seeing if they can force these players out wide into these personal engagements, close quarters potentially at it. And they're just plucking these players out and away. So much damage done to Kawa. Oh no,
so weak, and he has the spike.
EU's been spotted off to the side there, in through, back. Need to clear these players out to the side. My god, how? Salvo's on pipes, in through main, dart to the side. It's been causing all sorts of issues for 100 Thieves, and I was wondering, are they going to go for a refight at any point? But listen, the weaponry's not ideal here.
Tejo drone used, now Sova drone used. They're going to confirm there are a few players here. Yeah, they're still going to go for it.
The flash going to be doing too much here. Oh, revealed straight behind the gen, and that's a nano swarm at your feet. Vinny! Oh my goodness. Single digits, I think, but vulnerable up, out to the side as well, pushing these players into awkward spots. Loud! Listen, it might get chaotic, but they slow it down at the right moments. They show that hesitation. It's not quite hesitation, I suppose, if it's all on the same page. They're just tempering it.
30 seconds
putting a squeeze onto 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I think their play off each other has been a lot better than 100 Thieves today. And that discipline, that patience you're talking about, it does feel like a bit of a new thing for Loud.
Yeah.
Play back in with the lockdown.
Waiting for the cooldowns again. You can see Tamale ricocheting in through the back. That's going to be clearing out towards Jenny, but slightest of windows of opportunity still. Cryo, he overstays it. He's wanting to do more.
They're playing to fight. They're playing to flood instead of playing the retake. There goes the lockdown.
And they are dropping like flies. One left to stand towards the back of the site. All the movement in the world not going to be saving you from that second player swinging out wide.
And I think when you have a lockdown in that spot, the play is just to play the 5v4 retake. Xander gets one.
Big and ISO some more of these fights, but Digizine steps up to the task.
In the first 20 seconds. And now they're going to have to play off-site on B.
Unconventional. Really? Armageddon trying to push these players straight into you. And my god. Works to perfection, doesn't it? Digizine just lands the one. Asuna able to trade this one out, but you're working with barely anything at this point, and the timing just about missed there. Vinny, hold up. Up towards top there still. Finally got a handle on it, and EU not long for this world, I don't think. 22 health. Shock darts have to be avoided. It's long-range artillery, man. EU's going to be struggling to find any sort of way to get back in here.
Does get this overall, even with his death, which is an inevitability at this point.
Rounded of Icebox, 100 Thieves. So your map is going to be relying on all of this here and now. Hunter's Fury in for the back, and that is perfect. Tracking Cryo, taken out, cleaned out. And here it is, dropped down to the floor there. It's going to be a response and an answer. There's that refight we were discussing. An attempt of all of this here. Asuna up towards the top. Drop down to double digits and off towards the flank as well. Tap goes the rifle. Boostio cleans up Kawazine in the end.
And this is one of the first times where 100 Thieves have threatened the flank. Double pushing out there. That does now make it a little more difficult for these Loud players. But these are both of the top fraggers from Loud, Lucio and Pancada. Can they be stopped?
High-low setup. Trying to flick of the wrist off to the side. EU puts a stop to that. So nice.
Sheriff on both sides here. And again, DG is going to be trying to fight before 100 Thieves can set up.
Oh my goodness, it's so damn aggro. Boostio. Matters into your own hands. Hold on.
Wow.
Reload in opportune time, but he's got help arriving in spades. The rest of his team having to clean it all up. So at this point, put the pistol around in the bag, man. It's going to be over.
Oh,
Oh, Pancada.
he'd have to win a 1v5 ace, though,
Yeah.
in order to turn the tide of this round.
I don't think they're going to be able to cast the curse at that much.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Great idea, though, from 100 Thieves, just picking up the Sheriff. Go for those double body shot kind of plays at the beginning of the round to take out people who are trying to fight aggro. High-low setup as well from these two in the corner. They just kind of patiently held their ground and dealt with the stack instead of pivoting away from it. What does 100 Thieves do? They'll just spray them all down, I guess.
Okay! No one ready for Cryo to be that deep onto the line, apparently. We love a good eco ace. We love a good eco ace. The Jazine. It's like, oh my god, how do I avoid this guy? How do I avoid this guy?
Hey,
The Jazine.
oh, is he going to go for something?
I
There
don't
could
know.
be fights on both sides.
Oh, they
want to
go for it. They heard the reload, I think. Yeah, here's the swing and here's the fight. Cryo dropped. Moment's notice. Dismiss straight back. And there's that fight. What an adjustment by Pancada. The double face. This almost gets both. Hold on. Does he see that on the rope? Not quite. Asuna. Safe for now.
I'm surprised that didn't pop up on minimap.
Safe for now. Okay, well, EU caught, and there it is. Asuna being the danger player. Sort of deep up towards top nest as well, causing heads on a swivel. Luke Shaw trying to really dig his way out of this one. Somehow has landed with just Asuna up top and alone. And Luke Shaw, man, he's just a one-man army.
That's
And away! Bullet straight through the box, and he needs an evacuation play. Here and now, he's squaring up. He wants to try and take this fight. Blinded up as anything still. Bodies are falling, toppling. And Luke Shaw, though, not long for the war. That's Cryo, perched up onto that high ground. The dice. Triple holding this one together. Digizine's the one with the rifle, but he is the lowest player. And they hear it, the rumble of the footsteps, and just missing those timings ever so slightly. The rifle out wide, pressing the advantage, pushing forwards. 100 Thieves making sure that there's no... You have to sidestep it, drop back off that high ground angle to Jazine. He's eager to take that engagement and that fight, swinging through into the back of the side. Oh my, it's getting messy and it's getting scrappy. Ults offloaded. Empress now, Jazine trying to make a go of it. He could pave a way forwards. Ash broken, take it out. Moment of respite in between the round here, but not for long. Where did these teams playing? They were just waiting for the cooldown. Start, Salvo's in through the back. Cryo! Still with the indicator, he's going to be dropped down to the missiles. And that's the EU. Have to do it all. Time ticking though, still potentially a win con for them to play around entirely. And swinging round and away. Pancada. He's got another up position, but that spike plant. Unorthodox up top. Pancada sticking. He knows he needs half. He knows he needs information for Kawazine. Still, he might be able to get a kill if this isn't cleared properly, appropriately. And Cryo, it's lovely. Just crouches and swings straight into the fight. And all the danger just evaporates like that.
And now in a 4v5, almost certainly don't want to be using any of these ultimates. You also don't want to be giving ults to 100 Thieves.
Very aggro in through the back of the side here with the salvos drop down. Might be set up for a nice and awkward fight indeed. Cryo was handed a challenge. He'll happily take it and give you the goods.
It's a round for Xander to hunt. Just so that he can get the pit online, but he's not going for it.
Pancada. This guy just doesn't miss. Still, he's trapped. Tucked close to the corner here. He'd love to try and keep this rifle forward. Snake bite. Narrowly avoided. Pancada! Scene.
He's going to get some action.
Can you handle it? Onto the high ground. It's incredibly unorthodox and yeah, just not anticipated by Boostio. For the retake coming through. Yep. It's a flash into the face of Digizine though. Out through over towards the top. Needs to be ready to contain and maintain composure. Thrashing through the back. It's a good connection. The dart and the molly. Armageddon offloaded. Trying to cut these players out of the picture. Lockdown's going to be utilized. Just try and push them back and away here. This is a very
Slowed down a little.
Cloud's got a bit of a weird bite. All over the place really here. And appropriate discipline being shown by 100 Thieves. They're very, very ready. For the aggro A-hold, dismantling it almost as soon as they can get it set up here. Now, Kawazine not to be dissuaded. He still wants to hold close. There's a dart to the side. Doesn't catch him. He could do some damage here, and it's really all just on him, I think, as that playmaker up top. Luke Shaw just trying to play that high-low as well. Now backing himself out and around to a wave for 10. Not anticipating it. Cryo straight up and over the ropes. And this is going to be that 10th round now for 100 Thieves. Earned up.
They're right back in the game. And this is the Cryo that was promised.
Okay. Use ults to try and get themselves in because they're still side by side, close quarters. Him and Vinny up and over towards the top here on top of Pipes. Cryo dealt with. Slight jiggled as well. Luke Shaw over the shoulder to firing line apparently is how they're going to be dealing with most of this. All in the form of Luke Shaw. Young player, new to this stage. But my God, is he performing.
Sorry, plant denial presumably.
Straight in to the site. Open access now for Cryo and the timing taken. Digizine as a bullet to the temple. He's no more. Salvos. Moving the wingman and the plant. Not going to be going down too easily at that. Shock darts ricocheting, just about missing, including these snake bites. Vulnerables up across the board. Hunter's Fury though. And there it is, that double damage done. Tearing it through these 100 Thieves players. Seeking a bit of safety, backing themselves away. Trying to play this one a little bit more aggro as well. Together, over the shoulder. Brings it down to just 2 players left to do it. On the loud side of things, Luke Shaw and Vinny. They're just not quite able to handle it. Cryo. Chin.
Where's the turret?
Not too sure.
I mean, they didn't use a nanoswarm to break it at the beginning, so what?
Oh, Santa, yeah. Filthy work indeed. They're none the wiser. Love to see if they can clean and root this guy out of position. It's inevitable at this point. This is going to be that 12th round for 100 Thieves.
Mitch was talking about it on the desk. This was a...
Just dominance from one half to the next. Both of these teams taking turns. Digizine will hope to keep this rifle intact. My God, dismissed!
Set Xander up for the lurk. Here's Loud fighting over this.
Oh, it's full aggro. This is it, all in. Why not? Throw everything together and see if you can come on top and top of the carnage. 100 Thieves trying to win these fights out. And my God, it's a bloodbath. Loud were trying to put them into the blender. Got turned right back onto them. Kawazine has got to be snappy and more so than that to stand a chance. Tracks it onto the side, but 13-11 is where we end here with Icebox.
Swing through it and try to get some info.
Just spotted it. Okay, smokes it up. Paranoid up, and a kill being caught as Asuna dropped straight in through mid. It's going to make this retake much more difficult. And, oh, aftershock into the spam. Xander slow to a crawl there. This is a 3v5 now. Rapid play by 100 Thieves. Looking like they wanted to take it a bit faster, but fault line offloaded. Now the stealth drone here. Cuts it up close. Spots out Pancada. Flashed up. Salvos. Not long for the world. 100 Thieves. Looking for a way to pave their path potentially to success. They're slowly getting themselves in through the side. Tip-tapping away. Ghost in hand. Luke Shaw is not slowed down.
Vinny with a nice side rounds.
Yeah.
How many does Luke Shaw get here?
Over under 3?
1 to 5 in the chat.
I would say over. Okay. Okay. Still cleaned up though in time. Well, you're losing some guns.
Yeah,
they're kind of going to be able to reclaim one of these.
I would assume so, but they've lost at least
the
one.
time's ticking.
Oh, you've got to
He's got
run
a long way to row, buddy.
Okay. He just gets there in time.
If I gotta get a gun
right now, this is where you could run into a stun salvo play at one of these rounds from 100 Thieves, like a big set play.
Okay.
There's Cryo online early. Vinny solo walking up mid, really weird.
That's strange.
You can't do that without a distraction, some kind of noise being made elsewhere on the map.
This angle is dangerous that he's trying to play at, but dropping off. Slightest of curves. Salvo's back online, looking to delay. And Asuna missing his timing. It's a critical kill at that to try and find Digizine. Wins it against the counterpart. Pancada around, and bodies topple and fall. This is Loud of
a fitting scoreline for a new Brazilian player.
Don't even start. This guy's not going to be let Loud straight back into Brazil. Cryo. just spotted, and he's trying to take a timing pass. That one still, that's going to be an abundance of util thrown at him!
No way.
Luke Show trade in sight. They were desperate for that kill. It's a crazy one to open.
Good play from Vinny as well, running in, defending his new player.
TP up top, trying to capitalize in a little bit of the chaos, I suppose.
I'd rather have Cryo with the Sheriff.
Now moving away and around. A bit of running gun, backing himself out. Pancada will go down in the end, but
Xander
spots it. Here the orb, you see it, all coming through now with a showstopper on top of it. Round to the side! My God, just about collecting that kill. Still, equivalent exchange. Paid for in blood, and this wall, no sign of that one breaking. It was used pretty late, as we were already mentioning. And where's the pivot options? You don't have A control?
No.
30 seconds left.
I don't think they realized the wall was here. I think Luke Shaw was supposed to give them an option.
30 seconds
They're going to sound bait the retreat and go into a re-hit as soon as the wall breaks. Do they think about Luke Shaw? He's the only player that can cause chaos here.
He has to be the danger player, but straight through main, man. You've just been obliterated, and Luke Shaw cleans up in the end. EU is having a field day here. Driving straight through into the side. It's Vinny versus the world in a 1v2. Quick wrap around. He's trying to tap this one to pull these players out wide and open. Just can't quite land that one shot. 5 seconds left, and they already know it. Getting a run on, getting a move on. Asuna is going to play for his life, because no matter what, it's a round collect.
Stun, salvos, you're in a lot of trouble.
And here's a replay. Okay, the fight taken by 100 Thieves. This is what we wanted to see more of.
Yeah, that's not. Have to take their time breaking the wall in mid. And Luke Shaw not spotted by that Teho drone.
No.
But they're going to be aware of the gap.
Off to the side. Wow, he's just locked straight on to multiple targets.
He's too good.
And this is Boostio. Left alone to his devices onto the A side. He's revealed his hand here, but a paranoia in your face. Fault line round to the side. A util. It's been used to try and bail him out from afar. And he's seen, or at least heard, that these players are coming through. And here it is. Reinforcements arriving in a form of Cryo up from on high. And the res in the back pocket as well. So Asuna brought back into the picture. Let's see what can be done about this one. Pancada barely able to wrangle that rifle back in control. Xander, full control of the one extremity where there could be problems. Clean in the end by 100 Thieves.
And despite Luke Shaw's best efforts at making something happen there at A ramp, out his teammates, I think. Maybe something a bit pacey.
Yeah, hold on. It's a weird looking salvos as well. Skipping straight past it, but it's a half clearance. Cryo was stunned up.
Cosmetic.
Armageddon rolls his way forwards and through. Rolling wanted to buy a bit more time. 45 seconds left. And with the salvos to supplement, that's a perfect combination. Cluttering up close to the corner. Asuna not expected into that spot. Pancada was looking to see if he can relieve that pressure onto the B Heaven players. 100 Thieves in complete control of this round here. No time really left to work with. Spike might be in the hands of Kawazine, but everyone's watching for it. Play by Loud, I should say. Looking to contain most of this space. Goodness me, man! Asuna's just sending it! Blind as a bat! That's very forward. Little angle here, ult in through the back of the side. That's Pancada full committing, full sticking, and stun doesn't really do anything into that spot. Xander's been revealed, and he needs to try and find his way out. This guy is just a danger right now, still for the two, flashing through, and trying to wrangle control with a spray control. It's just not quite there. Damage done though. The spike dropped into the open, and it leaves it into a 1v1.
21 HP between them.
Yeah, it's a swift breeze that will just end either of them, and a pit dropped down.
I mean, any level of spam, a classic right click, anything.
Boostio doesn't want to return the fire. He's low himself, and he's just holding perfectly. No way!
Loud though, grouped up, putting pressure on Xander.
Salva's up towards Heaven as well. Xander! Xander! Not to be removed, not to be outdone. This is an absolute complete collapse for him, because he's in a very forward off angle.
Yeah, extremely aggressive.
Here it is, smoke in your face. No one clearing him into the corner. Slow orb. Counterintuitive ever so slightly, but Cryo's just trying to help him out with a nade. Rebounding out forwards and away. Pancada, he TP'd past this one. Quarter cheeky timing, but he just can't quite catch the kill. It's Asuna who returns with that fire. There's the, okay, boom board. It's getting cheeky. It's getting awkward. Luke Shaw forced to just stare down the barrel of defeat there. 5-5, 100 Thieves. And he's timing this on that one. Luke Shaw's out, but the Armageddon. Hold on, how the hell are you going to get out of this one? There's a slight gap. And Asuna, oh my goodness. No, he's a thief in the night. This guy
Oh, what a read.
That's just manic!
He knows that Lucio got the kill over towards A, so he knows that Loud are going to be pivoting in that direction.
Push a straight pass. Lucio is just trying to buy some time for the rest of his team to get straight back in with a snake bite.
EU's in a great spot. They're not going to expect him here, I don't think.
Tucked up. This is Benji Fishy, the angle he likes to play. My God, man! And he's on the collections! And inside the chaos, 100 Thieves thrive.
Winnable, but difficult for Pancada. He'd have to isolate one of these 1v1s, but he's got 40 seconds.
The 1v2, 8 bullets. Now Xander's off angle, you just don't account for it. And he's more than ready, primed on the position.
Final round of the half here, and a big set play. Looking to try to put pressure on Lucio.
Yeah, I mean, there's no slowing down, is there? Finally. Info. Fault line and a swing. Got to be brave for a play like that. Still, it has disjointed, disconnected to Jazim from the rest of his team, yet he still finds a kill. Showstopper to no avail. Asuna send it flying forwards here, and Armageddon as well. It's going to be rolling out that red carpet and pushing these players forwards and away. Up from the high ground, Cryo. Oh my goodness.
He's got a res available on ramp as well. Pancada's going to find himself in a 3v1.
Yep, and as soon as Cryo hears that plan coming off, there it is, 1v3 for Pancada to try and bail himself out of. He's TPing out into the open. He's looking for any available option. But he's going to try and ISO these fights and do it now. All drops down. Deep positions. Baiting it with a couple of footsteps and it drops down. Good angles to be held. A 7th round. Nade rebounding. There's the aftershocks and oh, it's a cheeky one. Wow. Nowhere to stand here. Lucio's going to be under a tremendous amount of pressure. The fact that he even gets one, to be honest, is good. It's impressive because he was in a vice grip. Now Vinny, slightest of off angles, and Aston's not slowing down the pace whatsoever. He up and away at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and he might have just led the team into a bit of a death trap. No attempt to slow down, and Vinny making a name for himself in this round. 13. All but sealed up now for Loud themselves.
He's doubled his kills too.
Yeah.
Both of the Breach players with 3 and 9, I think, at the half. And Vinny just holds that off angle. Weird spot for a Breach as well. Hard to get value out of your util. But they shut it down with a triple face in mid too. I like the pistol round.
Just catching on to the corner. Meanwhile, the Jazine full control. Out down mid, Calzine. Oh, he's already just anticipating it. Peek down to the sides.
Cover going out.
Jump spots, no early shots baited out.
Just have a moment to collect themselves, but Loud are looking like they're going to be back into this one. Such an important game so early on.
What is that?
They can't afford to let this one slip.
No, you cannot. Still, Salvo's down onto the floor. Cryo, my God, rapid run around. Picks up the gun. Spike in their hands. There's 18 seconds left. If Cryo gets a pick, that's all just being watched. Okay. The plant, though. Okay. Not a lot of damage done to Loud in terms of the economy, so they're going to be coming into the next with a healthy bonus. But 100 Thieves, to be honest, probably weren't even expecting a plant in that spot. So not too bad on all accounts.
I'm looking at what Loud have got cooked up.
It's going to be a very awkward position, I think, that the 100 Thieves have forced themselves into. Might have util of their own, though. Fault line, waiting off to the sides, and yeah, kills collected, boost. Yo, slightest of gaps, I think, for himself to play in, and he collects that trade, so...
He took so much damage, though. He's going to get healed up, but he's only on 100 health.
Could have been much more dangerous. Now, what's the call now for 100 Thieves on top of it?
They want to re-clear this.
They have to.
But they want to contact it, because Loud are likely in this round to have left.
Damage done. Watchful eye onto the other appropriate position.
Those are big kills for 100 Thieves to get. No utility, just walking in. And Cryo, even after being aim punch headshot, still finds the one. First one.
Yeah, Paranoia sweeps its way through. Gonna be watching for this lurk that's occurring. Off to the side!
What is that?
Crazy shot. Sands are not even tagged up into the process, so... This man... Who's taking our first contact? That's my big question. Sees it, Kawazine. What more can you claim? 2 ripped away. In the blink of an eye, but dropping down. Just the slightest evacuation attempt here by Digizine. The Satchel's going up and over towards the top here. There's 25 seconds left into this round. Snakebite, fault line, slowing them down to a crawl up through heaven as the only available option. They've walled themselves off. They can't quite pivot even through mid. They are forced into the fight. You're in a drone.
And this means he still has... Look, now he needs to re-clear, and he goes popping through.
Forwards! Just about getting control of that rifle in hands. There's a trade in sight. The bait. by 100 Thieves, looking to see if they can pull players over towards A potentially.
Oh, this is where Vinny got the 3K on the pistol.
And he's right in this spot once more and just hopped up. There's a trade. It is there instantaneously, in fact, by Cryo. Man, in through safety. Tucked behind default, 3 versus 3. Into this retake now to Jazine. Forward, Xander. Precision is the name of the game. And already just swiftly dismissing any opposition. 100 Thieves.
They have 4 Vandals and a Sheriff.
There it is, straight up the gut, right through mid. Oh, I couldn't get it. No chance. And the fuse just running it dry and short. It's not going to matter though when the rest of 100 Thieves are happy to clean up behind you. Res immediately. There needs to be a step up, and heroics were ordered. Luke Shaw
Worried though about mid. No one's really got his back.
ADS up, swinging wide. Fault line's going to be delayed and late here to Paranoia, gliding all the way through, and okay. Target-rich environment, got swing divide, salvos. Cuts it up, pull into the back lines on top of it. It's flash to add just some extra worry onto themselves. Good kills to be found, a flash to try and supplement. Lovely movement, Xander always keeping it ajar. Just dancing around the...
There was so much going on. I mean, that's one of those rounds that never show that to a CS player. I mean, they wouldn't have a clue. They're not built for that kind of stuff.
The team will look to do a bit of damage. One away from the ult. Wait a second, these players are grouped up towards the back of the site.
They can play time here, though.
Yeah, they can. Slowed down 8. Oh, it's left to work with. Cryo. Through the flank, that's Luke Shaw. This guy is going to be the knife in the back, I think. The necessary one.
He's going to get caught by Bustio.
He's stunned up! He took too long with it. Armageddon paves a way forwards. And the spike picked up. The clutches of Xander. He'll try and get it back to safety. Try and get this plant straight back down. Control granted. Again given over towards 100 Thieves.
Jazine has 1 blast pack and a dream.
They need a kill, I think, to really set this one in motion. He's ascending it. It's the 1v1. Pancada. It's not going to know where these remaining players are. Just peeking straight through the smoke. Risky business. But at this point, risks need to be taken. Does he anticipate it? Plant spot that is being placed in. Up for heaven. He's got a smoke to cover. Not even a tap. It's a full stick onto the half. Slowed down though. Stunned up. Salvos. An EU. Final. Calvastin's getting info. Now does that refight? Flash. Forwards. Bullets spraying and praying. Down through the walls. There's a wall in your face on top of it. And Asuna has dropped Pancada. Forwards again is the approach once more. It's an ult. There's no slowing it down. Blood in the water, and Asuna's like a bloody shark. Luxo, the last-ditch attempt, just the one before the trade is online. But the site cracked wide open. Double face, clearance up towards the top. Good shots to land. Xander's been finished. 2 versus 3.
Such a tough spot for Vinny and Coenzine, knowing that your season may hang on this.
Salvos, see if they can find an option, anything at all, but Asuna's got it all under lock and key. 13-8 to finish that final match.